Hello, I bet that confused you there for a minute. It's the 9th week now of painting 2 Hostos. That's the drawing methodically that we've done every week for the last 9 weeks of different parts of the skeleton. And after all these weeks, by now you will be very familiar with it. And at this last stage, we're just going to do one last drawing of the skeleton. You've already done one at the beginning, which was the idea that you had without any examination of the different parts. Now that you've examined the different parts of the anatomy, we will see what you can do. And just before you go, I like pencil sharpeners, and I wanted to share you this last one that I've just bought, and I think it's my favorite so far. And its cost is $11.99 from Amazon.com, and that's, I'm not even sure what that means, but that's the name on it. And it creates what's called a long point. So that's the container for the shavings, which I'm going to knock out just now. Inside of it is a rather, there we are, a rather fancy gadget that's not like a normal pencil sharpener. Anyway, what's the point of me talking about this? It's really important to get a long point on your pencil if you're drawing. These pencils that you just buy from Staples or something like that, the points are never really very good for the work that I'm interested in, which is detailed and continuous work. So with something like this, you shove the pencil in. I've just got these, and turn the handle. And you can see, voila, it's a long point. I'm going to show you that again. It's a brand new box of pencils. Faber-Castell, which are German pencils. And in the box, they look like that, the points. Which is okay, but it's not really good for the type of drawing that requires detail. And then just in this, turn it round, and you're out with something like that. And that's a long pencil point, and it gives you greater accuracy and greater ability to create a quality drawing. So there's the contrast between it straight out the box. You can see that one there, straight out the box, and the two that I've sharpened. And you can even see psychologically that feels like something that you could use for more serious quality art. So that's for you guys that are taking it seriously, if you want to invest some money in it. So let me see where we are. Yeah, there we are. There's Fritz still standing. So if you have a sketch pad, I bought these cheap sketch pads from Amazon again. Everything is coming from there now that it's difficult to go to shops. And just try your best. It doesn't have to be excellent, it just has to be what you can do. Just take a look at the skeleton. My radical problem always with these talks is that I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. and also get into it, which are all kind of contradictory energies. So you just have to bear with it. So, and I know a lot of you are doing some of the best skeleton drawings that I've ever seen. I mean, I'm really impressed. So I'm only going to do this really loose, you know, and pop it in. I mean, look, I'm not going to go on and on and on. Basically, just knock out what you can, redraw the skeleton, basing it on the photographs and photocopies that I sent you. We've got the, I mean, that's taken me to a minute. You can spend a lot longer. Just go into it, work at it, create it as best as you can, and text me the photograph. Now, after we finish this, which this should be the last week we do the skeleton, you'll have learnt enough about anatomy for this community college classes. After that, you're going to start to work on your own pieces from your imagination. Your choices of what you want to do are entirely up to you. You can work with, we have one artist who's working with coloured pencils, and I think he's getting this sharpener because they really work very well for coloured pencils. I bought this entire box of coloured pencils here, which is probably too many for you unless you're really serious, because there's like 132 pencils for $60. Okay, and they're all here. Different layers and layers of pencils, so they work pretty well with the sharpener. One of the problems with coloured pencils is that they break quite easily, so stick it in there, turn the handle, that's a breaker. Yeah, there it is. So it's not as easy as it looks. That took 3 turns to get it, but now it's nice and sharp. So that is that. Now, so you can do these imaginative images in coloured pencils, or the paints that you bought last semester, the acrylic paints, or you can do the entire thing in ink and pencils if you want. It's entirely up to you. You know, you've got your own freedom for this. You can work on canvas, you can work on paper, you can work on whatever thing you can find is fine. So you're more free now as the semester is passing the spring break and moving into the last weeks. So, you know, it's up to you how much you do. You know, I look at books to get ideas. you can, you might not have books, but you can look at the internet. You know, I like to look at old paintings like this from France, or these paintings from the old Netherlands, basically Holland. So I'll look at these. I mean, I'm not copying them, but I'll get some ideas. Here's Titian. There's always something to learn from it, and as this is Easter Sunday, there's Jesus rising to the sky, painted. That's the resurrection. It was painted in 1542. That's the resurrection by Titian. So you really have a lot of different things you can look at, and later as the weeks go by now, I'm going to show you the new works that I've been working on and talk about their techniques and give you more impetus and ideas, and just get you thinking about things. So this week all you have to do, I mean, that was a kind of mess that I did there. I haven't been very well this week, so the concentration is out. That's my excuse. And so just you try your best, and as long as you do it, that's fine. Do something with the skeleton so it's complete. You've done 2 skeletons, one before training, one after training, and then after you've done the anatomy, you can move on to your own art subject. Now, whether you use the anatomy that you've learnt is up to you. I've basically given you instructions, and not everyone is interested in drawing the human figure or painting the human figure, but it's something important to learn. So that's that. I think we'll leave it there. This is week 9. After this week, we've completed the skeletons, and we move on to doing the imaginative paintings or drawings, and from your own head, whatever comes out. And you can do as many of those as you like, okay? So that's it. I wish you all the best, and welcome back after the, as you Americans call it, spring break. Okay, so take care, bye-bye.